There aren't a lot of good vibes right now around Gator Nation. And listen, I get it. Saturday against Arkansas was a gut punch. It feels pretty damn daunting to think about the next 3 weeks. A few of you have even reached out asking where I've been the last couple of days. Well, listen, I'm not that deep into mourning. Life has just been busy. I am not quitting on you, and I'm sorry if I had any of you guys worried. I just, raising 4 kids. But just like I've been for the last 9 months, I'm here to talk Gator football with you. Saturday sucked. There really isn't a way to sugarcoat that, right? And honestly, the next 3 Saturdays might suck too. We'll see. And while our fan base is down in the dumps, I'm actually pretty encouraged by something that I've seen. The kids that Billy Napier is recruiting, well, they're not down. They're not discouraged, and they are not throwing in the towel. No, in fact, some of them, honestly, are more mature than some of the fan base that I've seen. After Saturday's loss, Xavier Filsamy and Kanan Daniels had messages that at this point you guys have probably already seen, but if not, Filsamy said, "I know what I signed up for." And Daniels said, "It's still go Gators. This class will be the difference." What maturity and what a powerful statement made by both kids. But it got me thinking, why hasn't this class fallen apart? Why won't this class fall apart if we only win 5 games? And that is what we're going to talk about today. All right, so we're going to talk about the 5 reasons that I think this class stays together. First and foremost, this coaching staff, led by Billy Napier, has been upfront with them the entire time. No one in this incoming recruiting class thought Florida was winning 10 games, thought that it had already been completely turned around, thought that we were going to win a conference championship. None of the guys in the class believed any of those things because this coaching staff was incredibly honest and upfront with them to begin with. This is a rebuild. We are starting from scratch. We've got a long way to go, and we're going to build this thing the right way. Cement foundation, not wood. That takes time. So the second point is, because they know it's going to be a struggle, they aren't concerned. To them, this is the process because, like I said, this coaching staff has been upfront with them. They've said, listen, this is not going to be easy. We are not going to win a ton of football games this season. I think the third reason maybe is the most important of all, right? They want to be the ones to turn it around. Billy Napier has said to these kids, listen, you guys, you're the missing piece of this puzzle. This class comes in, we're going to win a lot more. We're going to get you developed. We're going to do things the right way, and we're going to win football games. We're this close to turning it around, but we need you. And every person in this class believes that. This class is a huge piece to the Billy Napier puzzle. He wants to build a system around his guys. He's got only one class of his guys truly in place so far. This is going to be another set of his guys, top athletes that everybody in the country wants, but Billy Napier has hand-selected them to come to Florida to run the system that he wants to run here. I think another really important factor in this class staying together is that these high school kids are watching the best players on the field right now and know that they're ones that Billy Napier picked and Billy Napier brought in, either because they're true freshmen and they're contributing right away, or they're guys that he plucked out of the transfer portal and brought them here. But think about every major contributor for this Florida team. Almost exclusively Billy Napier guys. Lots of them are young. They're all hungry, but clearly Napier is an incredible evaluator of talent. Think about where this team would be without Billy Napier's transfer portal guys, without coaches, recruits. Every major contributor on both sides of the ball is a Billy Napier guy. And these recruits are watching it. And not only are they seeing Billy Napier, the talent evaluator, they're also seeing Coach Napier, the guy that plays the best player, regardless of experience, regardless of class, whether you're a freshman, a sophomore, a junior, a senior, or whatever, the best player is playing under Napier. And that has got to be something that high school kids are over the moon watching, because you know that they believe they can come in and contribute immediately. And then lastly, these guys trust the process. They trust Coach Napier. They trust what he is building. They trust his evaluations. They trust that he's going to put the right pieces to the puzzle on the field so that they can win games. So that is why this class, I don't think, is going anywhere. Now, could some kids flip? Sure. But also, UF could flip some kids, right? Like, this isn't done from UF's end either. There are guys committed currently to other schools that Florida is still having conversations with who very well may end up in orange and blue when signing day rolls around. We've talked about Jamonte Waller, Amarius Williams, and Nasir Johnson, and I get it. The rumors are there. They've taken trips elsewhere. Listen, if I'm a recruit or if I have a child that is a recruit, I'm telling them to take every trip possible. One, see what's out there. Two, they want to wine and dine you all over the country. Go for it. Enjoy being a big fish in a small pond, because it doesn't last for long. So we have a couple guys in the class, maybe taking trips elsewhere, but who could UF go after? Obviously, Jeremiah Smith is high on that list. Number one wide receiver, best player in the country. He's currently committed to Ohio State, but listen, he's come to Gainesville several times this year. Just last he's seen these games. He's not looking for the score. If you're getting the ball with playmakers, check. Are young guys able to play early and contribute? Check, check. Is Florida willing to go after other five-star guys? He could stand right next to him and see Cam Coleman. He could pick up the phone and talk to DJ Lagway. He knows big offensive weapons are coming. Speaking of Cam Coleman, he's another five-star wide receiver currently committed to Texas A&M. If people are concerned about what Florida is doing on the field, I can't imagine that anyone's any less concerned about what Texas A&M is doing. Why not come to a program on the mend with a five-star quarterback coming in who you're familiar with, right? Why not come and be a big piece of this puzzle? You have had all the resources to turn around, and the players have time, and things aren't getting better over there. Why not come to UF where things are going to get better? Charles Lester is another player that I expect Florida to continue to come after hard. He's probably going to come to Gainesville another time or two before he commits, or before he signs. Excuse me. He is currently an FSU commit. He is a really highly rated cornerback. Why not come and play for a defense that is in a rebuild process? You could come and contribute immediately. That's got to be appealing. And then on Saturday, Arkansas commit Jaden Bow was in town. And I understand that the Gators lost to the team that he's committed to, but he's still coming back for an official visit. And if you had Florida or Arkansas as your two final schools, wouldn't you give a good hard look to Florida? Sam Pittman at Arkansas is potentially on the way out. That's the question every week for Arkansas fans. Does Pittman last through the season? They've won 3 games. And each season that he's been there, things have gotten worse. So if you're willing to commit to Sam Pittman in Arkansas, you would think that Florida would be even more appealing. The name brand means more. You're going to be in big, huge games, and the rebuild is on. So when you think about all of these guys, it gets me really excited about how this class is going to finish. I don't think that Florida loses many, if any, in this class. And I think that there's a surprise or two to come before signing day happens. Billy Napier, for all his faults, and we've talked about him on this channel the last couple of weeks, he's an incredible recruiter. He is an incredible evaluator of talent. And coach puts the best players on the field regardless of experience. All of those things have got to be incredibly attractive to recruits. Now, could UF close poorly? Could we lose some commits? Absolutely, we could. But for the most part, the pillars of this class are solid. They're not going anywhere. They are buying what Coach Napier and his staff are selling. And I understand people are going to say it's great that you can recruit, but you've also got to be able to win too. I get it. Losing is frustrating, but trust the process. Trust the staff. These recruits are trusting this staff with their future. So you can trust Coach Napier as a fan. I promise.